Hi, welcome to our pastime. This is a 1984 repowered Troy-Bilt tiller. I repowered it in 2011 or so before Harbor Freight came to Bangor, Maine. I ordered this engine and it came all the way from California. It's a 6.5 horsepower engine and it's been working great since 2011 or so. Today we've got to get it going so I can get tilling in the 2025 season. Hopefully it will start right up, but come along, you'll find out if it does or not, and hopefully we can solve any issues that crop up along the way. Thanks for joining. This is Tom at our pastime here in Exeter, Maine. I'm glad you came along today, and hopefully things will go smoothly, but you never know. Okay, so I got the rototiller out. I'm just going to check the fluid levels. I've got it tipped over on its side. This is a replacement engine. I got it from Harbor Freight, actually, one of their Predator engines many years ago, probably maybe 10 years ago by now. Pretty good engine. We'll see if it starts. But the only problem I have with it is to check the oil, you have to tip it up, the whole engine on its side. Otherwise the engine oil might spill out. So let's check. There's no dip stick on it. It's just start tipping the engine down to see if you've got oil at the right level, which is supposed to be right at the edge of the, and there it is, if you can see that, right at the edge. All right, that's how you check the oil in this thing. Not the easiest. And then we've got to check to make sure it has enough gear oil in it. Alright, good air pressure in the tires. And to check the gear oil, that's right down here. If I get out of the shadow, I can show you. That's here. I've already loosened it so we can check. One little drop on the dip. This does have a dipstick, so not sure if you can see that. Let's see if we can bring it up so you can see. Hopefully that's in focus. Ooh, a little bit of glint. So at cold, we're right on the level for cold. It needs probably half of what's in there, more. So we'll add a little gear oil to that and call it good. Alright, so I've got my gear oil. It's just 80, let's see, 80W90. 80W90 gear oil. And we just put some in there. It's pretty cold. It's like molasses this morning. It's about 50 degrees out here. Two squeezes. Alright, let's see if that made any difference. Have to be careful not to hit the dip on the side as we pour it in, as we put the dipstick in, so that we don't get a false reading. So let's check it when it's just on the first row of threads. Because sometimes that's how you're supposed to check it. No, it's still not registering. Let's check it all the way in. Screwed all the way down. Start it. See if we picked up any. Take 2 readings, one all the way in. Because I know on a lot of oil dipsticks, you have to measure it from the top of the thread. Alright, that, according to my dip on the cold, is now on the bottom row where it says cold. So I'm going to leave it like that, run it today, and then I'll check it again tomorrow or next time I start it up when it's cold again. Or I may check it when it's hot because there's a hot indicator on there as well. Alright, there's no pressure in there, so you don't really need to tighten that down too much. Yeah, right where it starts to resist. Alright, next thing we're going to do is put some fresh gas in there, see if it will start. There's a level, it's half full. So that's last year's gas. How does it smell? It smells passable. We'll mix some fresh gas in there just for fun. This gas has been in there since last fall. 6 or 7 months. Well, it's April, so there's 4 months this year. And October, maybe I was out there. Maybe September. Another 4 months, 8 months old gas. I'm going to start it on that. We'll see. That's enough to start it. First we have to turn it on. That's the on switch. Choke's on. Gas is on. Throttle's about where it should be. Well, let's see if it will start. First pull. Second pull. Third pull. Doesn't sound like it's going to start. That's not usual. Usually the first or second pull it will start. Doesn't sound like it's getting spark or anything. Let's open the throttle up a bit. Nope, I don't think it's going to start, folks. Well, that's a first. Is the spark plug not on all the way? Well, maybe the spark plug wasn't on all the way. Let's try that again. Nope. She's not happy. Alright, new spark plug time. Alright, let's take that spark plug out and give it a look. Then we'll crank it over and see if we're getting spark. That's pretty dry. Don't seem to be getting any spark. Boy, that's not a very worn spark plug. Alright, I'm going to crank it over and let's see if we get spark. That should ground out there. That didn't get spark. Let's try another spark plug. Oops, that one's bent. Alright, see if this one gets spark. Well, that's going to be a bugger. If I'm not getting spark, I'm going to tear the engine down. Well, third time's a charm. Yep, that one's getting spark. Two bad spark plugs? Huh. Well, let's see if that makes a difference. I got spark on this one. But I don't think that's the... I'm not sure. It's going to be hard to fire that. That doesn't have a long enough nose. Either it just started making spark or these other two plugs are bad. Just set that in there for now, see if we can get a start on this thing. was just a bad spark plug. 2 bad spark plugs. Sounds like it's running fine. We'll go with that spark plug for now. It's just got a really short neck though, or nose, whatever you want to call it. That's the original. That's about the size of the one I put in. Maybe halfway between there and there. So it's only, the one I put in there is only about that long. It's running though. Sounds good. Fairly quiet. Doesn't sound different from last year. Oh, we'll run it. We'll run it and see what happens. All right. Did you see that? It's not even tight in there and that was running. I better tighten that down. Probably run even better with a little extra compression. There we go. All right. Fixed. Quick fix. Spark plug. The old Predator engine, back alive for 2025.